This YouTube Shorts channel skyrocketed to 600,000 subscribers and raked up 215 million views, all from AI generated videos. And get this, they've only posted 11 videos total. That means they're averaging 20 million views per video. Insane, right? Today I'm breaking down their exact strategy so you can replicate it and tap into this gold mine before everyone else catches on. But wait, aren't shorts just for exposure? Can you even make real money from them? Well, that's where most people get it wrong. YouTube actually introduced a shorts monetization program that pays creators up to 60 cents per 1,000 views. Even with a low RPM, this channel made at least $133,000 from just 11 AI generated videos. And the crazy part? Anyone with the right strategy can do the same. Let's dive in. Step 1. Picking up the right niche. The channel I analyzed went viral with animal fighting content where two animals battle, the winner moves on, and the circle continues. Simple but addictive. They are not the only ones doing it either. A little bit of research, you will find out that the channels that are using this niche correctly are actually raking in millions of views, meaning there is a huge demand for this type of content. Once you've got a niche locked in, it's time to brainstorm video ideas. Since we already know animal fighting works, I analyzed the most popular videos on the viral channel, looking at what animals they used and how many fights each video had. Then I fed that info into ChatGPT and asked it to generate 5 matchups with winners for each round mirroring their video structure. To get better result, I provided an example. A lion versus an elephant with one emerging victorious. Pro tip, don't ask ChatGPT for a full script if you're skipping voiceovers. Just the structured fight is what you need. By the way, I will drop the link to my private community in the description box below so you can download the prompt I used for free. Next, we need visuals. If you check out the viral channel's videos, they all use close-up images of each animal followed by a fight scene that clearly shows the winner. To create these images, I recommend Leonardo AI. It's free, and if you use it right, the results are fire. Manually writing prompts for each image will take forever, so we're letting AI handle it. Head back to ChatGPT and ask it to generate Leonardo compatible prompts for close-up images for each animal, specifically making them look as intimidating as possible. Within seconds, you'll have highly detailed prompts that are better than anything you'd write yourself. Now log into Leonardo AI and use your free 150 daily credits to start generating images. Make sure your settings are right. Set the style to cinematic, or lifelike visions for that realistic effect. And since the intro scenes need a split screen look, set the image dimensions to 1.1, click generate, and boom, you've got your first high quality image. Repeat for all the animals. But let's be real, just having images of animals isn't enough to go viral. The fight scenes are where the magic happens. Instead of manually crafting fight prompts, we're going to optimize the process with ChatGPT again. This time, ask it to generate prompts where the winner is standing over the defeated animal, ensuring the image mirrors the viral channel's visuals. Initially, I tried generating these fight images in Leonardo AI like before, but the results, absolute trash. The AI didn't get it. After testing every setting imaginable, I discovered a new Leonardo feature called Flow State. This lets the AI be more creative, and the difference was night and day. To use it, go to Leonardo's homepage and click Try Flow State. Adjust the settings to your liking. I set Vibe to Pro Photo for a more realistic effect, but feel free to experiment. Set the aspect ratio to 9:16 to fit shorts format. Paste in your ChatGPT generated prompt and hit generate. Now, just rinse and repeat for all the fight scenes. The end result, images that look identical to the ones used in the viral video. Alright, visuals are done. Now it's time to piece everything together. I'm going to do all the editing in CapCut with a free plan. So if you want to save some money, I'd recommend you do the same. So head over to CapCut and create a new project and import all the visuals. Start off by adding 2 close-up images of the animals in the first fight. If you don't remember which animals they are, just go back to ChatGPT and look at the fights it generated before. In this case, the first one would be lion versus elephant. But there's a bit of problem because since we are going to post these videos on short form platforms, it's super important that the video is in the right format, that is 9 by 16. So to fix this, click on the little button that says ratio and change it to the vertical format. All you gotta do now is adjust the size of them so that each image is covering half of the screen. Once it looks something like this, you can add the images of those 2 animals fighting like this. You don't have to do much more with this one for now. But before moving on to the other visuals, you want to add a text box that says versus in the middle of the first 2 images. Just click on the text in the top left corner and add a new text box to the timeline. Adjust the length of it so that it's only being shown during this part. Then write versus in the text box and place it in the center of the screen. Oh yeah, and one last thing. I think that the standard font that CapCut is using looks pretty cheap, so I'm going to change it to a thicker and more bold font like this one. From here, you're basically just going to repeat the exact same process with the other images. So first, 2 images of the animals individually, followed by the full screen image of them fighting. Now, to not make this video hours long, I'm going to get back to you once I've done it all. Alright, all done. And as you can see, I've now added all the visuals exactly like in the viral video we are replicating. However, we're not done yet. Right now, the cuts between the images looks pretty rough. So to make it more smooth, we want to add some kind of transition. If you go ahead and click on this button at the top, you'll access tons of pre-made transitions to choose from. Now you can choose pretty much whatever you want. For example, I thought this one looked good, so I'll just drag it down between the first 2 clips and add it throughout the entire video. This is going to make it a lot more engaging to look at. So go ahead and repeat this process of dragging the transition down between all the clips you want to add it to. Now this is where most people think they are done, right? But if you paid attention to the reference, you know that their images were moving, making the video feel more alive. This helps keep viewers engaged, which increases your retention and watch time. Basically, the 2 key video metrics for a viral video. Now, I know that something like this can look kind of complicated, but you can actually do this yourself without any prior animation experience by using CapCut pre-made effect. To add one of this, you just want to click on the effect button on the top right. Here you'll find hundreds of pre-made animations that you can use to add more life to your videos. I looked around for a while and came across this wobbling effect that makes it look like the screen is floating around. When I tried it out at first, it looked a little bit too extreme, so I adjusted the settings a bit and ended up with something like this. Now, before we're fully done with the editing, the last thing you want to add is some music. I see a lot of people overlook this step, thinking it's not going to make any difference, but the reality is that the song you choose can be the difference between 1,000 views or 10 million views. Now, we all know that manually looking for songs on YouTube is a real headache, so the best way to do it, in my opinion, is through Pixabay. because they have the largest music library in the world with over 3 million royalty-free songs, meaning you can use them without ever having to worry about getting a copyright strike. It's also super easy to find what you're looking for since they've categorized the songs by theme, mood, and genres. Now for this video, I want to go with some kind of beat with a lot of bass. So to find a song like this, I'm going to open up the beat category and choose whatever song I want. Now, once you found one, go ahead and click on this button and it will be downloaded to your computer. What I found after looking around for a bit was a standard beat that I've now added to the timeline in CapCut. And by the way, a small bonus trick that you can implement that's going to make a huge difference is to match the cuts in the video with the beat of the song. For example, each time the bass hits, you make a cut. To do this, you want to adjust the length of the clips so that every time there's a cut, it matches the beats. It's such an underrated trick and I never hear anybody talk about it, but pretty much all the top creators are doing it. So yeah, once you've adjusted the clips to the beats, all that's left to do is to export the final video. Now, just make sure you set it to 60 frames per second and 1080p. And there you go. You have successfully created your first ever AI short. Alright, that's it for this video. See you next time. Bye bye.